E.
E.
One thing? Nicola almost tried to break into an inn because somebody gave her a weird look and she didn't like it. Then she almost fought the entire party because she was like, I'm going to go back into town at midnight. And they were like, no, you're not. And she was like, boo. I hate all of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like you're actually a runaway child. You cannot go into the town at midnight by yourself to break into things. Absolutely not. They crushed her dreams. And then, yes.
Yeah.
Me and Cass saw a moonlight entity.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, lady.
Saw the lady. The moon lady. Oh. Husband is a furry. He wants to be a goose.
Very closeted.
For now.
Hey, he's the one stalking our
He's
tower
stealing.
as a goose.
He has to be held responsible for his crimes.
Ironic.
Gonna be honest, I'm 4 days into a migraine.
Oh.
Give me a second. Also, I can't get Callie's character sheet to load for shit.
Oh.
Yeah, like it just keeps on saying session timed out. And I've like closed Chrome and then reopened Chrome and like logged all the way out and like closed all the tabs. That's nice. Spells. You can just use whatever I have loaded from last session. Callie made friends with the freaky cat.
Yeah.
Love him.
Felix, right? Is Felix his name? Or am I making that up?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Felix is the only thing I'm keeping notes on during this campaign. By the by.
Just good? Yeah. It froze for like a moment and then came back. So that was probably it trying to decide if it was going to be nice to you or not.
Better knock on wood or something.
Do we all have inspiration? What?
So you gotta use it or lose it.
I'm hearing suspicious noises and I don't know which animal is getting into what. Oh, they're up. Odin's over on the sofa sulking. I think it's one of the cats eating the food upstairs, which is fine. As cats do.
Just a thing.
Ellie and Nicola. Yeah. Yes.
Nobody had bad dreams? Question mark.
Cass did.
Oh.
Life. Sorry.
Right.
And she made
Nice.
I didn't have time to go back to listen to the actual recording, and I was so freaked out last session about it. I didn't take notes. And all I wrote was we got to kill the mushrooms. So she linked that with the mushrooms in the cave, right? Of like it was the same kind of feeling of when they all got high of that like
Yeah,
thing.
both of your dreams you have felt that same feeling that you felt when you were part of the hive mind.
Okay. So can she make a little bit of a conclusion whether it's right or wrong?
She can make whatever conclusion she wants. If you
Yeah.
I'll make you roll for it if you want, some
Okay.
direction to that conclusion, but you could conclude whatever you want to conclude. That's on you.
So, I mean, she's thinking that like, okay, did everyone in the party get
Everybody got spored, yes.
okay? And not everyone has had bad dreams yet.
Not
Everyone's
everyone's had bad dreams. So far,
Just
it's
me and
just
you.
been you and War.
Okay. But so this is what Cass is thinking. She's thinking that like, okay, we haven't dealt with the freaky mushrooms yet. And hold on, I'm gonna send you a picture of the Felix cat that I am watching. He's just staring. Okay. They have to destroy the mushrooms, or else they're essentially all going to die. That's what she's kind of thinking. Is that there's some sort of connection between the freaky dreams and the fact that they got spored and mushrooms, and maybe like the mushrooms are like in them now trying to connect and bring them back to whatever.
That is certainly something you can infer.
And can she roll to think if that's a okay
Roll
thing or not?
wisdom. Wisdom, yeah.
Ooh, okay. Average.
You
He's
do
solidly average.
you do definitely feel like there is some sort of connection between what happened in the caves and the dreams you are having now. That feels pretty solid to you.
Okay. Cool. That's okay. Cool. Yeah.
Do you have any bonus to your insight?
No, it's still just 2.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. I was like, this maybe
Yeah.
give you a little bump, but nope.
Didn't do that one.
So yeah, you definitely feel the connection between the dreams and your experience in the caves.
Okay. I'm going to try to take better notes this session.
Roll an intelligence check for me as well.
Okay. It's gonna be a normal D20. Yep.
Yep, that's all you know.
Yeah, that's all I know. I don't want to use my inspiration this early on in the game. Oh, I can't write.
All right. Since you guys were the last one to have an experience, we're going to start outside with Wart and Cass, since you guys have more of a jumping off point.
I'm gonna immediately look where the fig and the treats were left. I'm gonna
So
see
yeah.
if there's any if she left any footsteps around where she walked.
There are tracks. It's more like somebody walked a sheet over the grass, like it has been laid flat, versus like footprints. But there is physical evidence of a physical entity walking the perimeter you saw her walk. And the milk and the fig tart has been consumed.
Yeah.
Oh, right, and we had a theory that this was possibly maybe like the wife or something of what's his face, which that's very. I need to stop calling him the wizard, but I keep forgetting his name.
Everybody calls him the wizard besides Angela. His name is Marcus.
Marcus, thank you.
Do you think that was his wife?
Wait, is he saying that in character to Cass?
Yes.
Oh. I don't know. There's a lot of strange things going on around here. Some ghost lady that he is
Taken care of.
yeah. So I don't know if that's like something that just comes with being near this tree, or if he has like actual connection to her, whatever she is.
We could go check in his library to see if he's got any books about.
We could, or we could go to the caves and finally get rid of those mushrooms. I think that might be good to do fairly soon.
Did you have another bad dream?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad. So
Would you like some chicken?
yeah, that would be nice.
I will take a chicken thigh out for Cass.
Nice. She'll munch on it a little bit. Did you notice anything more
No,
suspicious last night or no?
I slept great.
Right. Well, it might come after me first then. How about
What happened?
we go back inside, see if Callie and Nicola are awake, and see who wants to do what?
Yeah, I'll meet you inside. I'm gonna water the plants first.
Great. Sounds good. I'm gonna make some coffee. And she's gonna pack up and waltz in and make a full pot of coffee.
And can I check out the garden and see if there's any more veggies missing?
Yeah. While you're watering the plants, you suddenly remember what you thought you saw last night. You thought in the shadow of the moonlight coming off of her, the plants had seemed to explode in growth. And as you go out to do the watering, you do notice that the plants at the very edge have grown several feet and now have fully matured fruits and vegetables on them.
Oh.
And pretty much everything in the garden, even if it wasn't directly touched by her on that perimeter, is showing extreme vitality. And so you go and water, and you can also, there are raspberries, strawberries, cucumbers, and the rest of the tomato plants have blossomed and fruited.
And fruited.
Harvest a little bit of everything but the tomatoes and bring them inside.
Goose trap.
Goose
Ah.
Yeah. You go ahead and bring the berries and cucumbers inside. Where we have our other two party members have probably already awoken at this point to the clamoring of tents being taken down and all that fun stuff.
Callie wants to feed the cat.
You go to feed Felix, and he's waiting for you at the bowl, as he normally is. And when you put dry food in there instead of a whole rotisserie chicken, he turns his nose up at it and starts rubbing around your legs.
Is Wart inside?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna look and be like, hey, Wart. He needs chicken.
I hear chicken. And I'm as excited as the cat. And I'll take out a whole little leg for the kitty.
He runs up
God.
and he grabs it directly from your hands and then does that cat thing where he runs back off to a corner with it and makes those little cat sounds as he eats this entire chicken leg directly off the bone.
He broke the cat.
It's hungry.
I'll have nothing but chicken from here on out.
All right, you're all together in the kitchen. Cat is fed. What are the plans for today?
Cass had
rid of the
another
mush-
bad dream.
Yeah.
Did anybody want to make anything else with the jug, or should we make some more oil or some acid?
Oh, that's right. What exactly do we have again? Because we got stuff from the house and we got stuff from Angela.
We
So
have
yeah,
3 gallons of vinegar, I think.
Okay.
1 quart of oil. And 8 ounces of acid.
Cool.
If I do believe.
plus the vinegar you've already stored up from your dad and from Angela, and a bit of kerosene that you got your hands on.
Nice.
Well, only Nicola knows about the kerosene.
I feel like she would have snitched real fast.
Shit.
I think so. Because she then became convinced that we should kill the mushrooms, and so she didn't snitch.
We've
Nice.
got
She's
secret
very
kerosene.
easily she's fairly easily influenced.
We all have PPE. We could try to make start making a dent in these mushrooms. Should we start with just vinegar first? We can make more vinegar, an extra 2 gallons, and then try to start drying these things out.
Sounds good to me.
Um,
I'm curious now. Cass knows nothing about science because I know nothing about science, and her thought process is like, what if we mix it all together?
Oh no! She's gonna create a mustard bomb or something.
Right. That's what I was
You
thinking.
can certainly try.
A terrible thing to hear from your DM.
Yeah. What happens when you mix?
Acid and vinegar and
Vinegar and acid and
Also, just generic acid.
Just acid. Just your normal grocery store variety acid.
yep. Oh my land. Hey cat. Hey cat's going to join us.
the cat is so welcome.
Yeah, so if I can make an extra 2 gallons of vinegar with this jug and get it ready for us, and I'll scurry out and get the PPP or PPE out of the mushroom shed. Are the mushrooms bigger?
The mushrooms are not bigger. Any more so than normal mushroom growth. It would seem to be only the things that came in contact with this entity's moonlight got the boost. And since they are enclosed.
Thank God.
Yeah, that would
More
be bad.
mushrooms.
I like that we're suspicious even of the mushrooms, the benign mushrooms.
Normal ones, yeah.
I'll bring back the PPE and I'm gonna start suiting up.
Yeah, Cass has had half a pot of coffee. She's ready to suit up as well. She'll tell everyone like her
I was about to say.
yeah, she'll tell everyone her dreams and her theory on.
Would you guys share with the group everything that you saw with the moonlight entity and everything about your dream?
Ooh. I think Cass would, unless Wart like
No, I'm down to clown.
stop
Yeah.
her. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Right, so
like so
for those of you who didn't re-listen to the recording, I'm gonna just reiterate the important parts.
Yeah.
So the entity that they saw seemed to be made of moonlight and organic matter. She had like bark-like skin. It was leaves and ivy that made up her hair, and she just glowed with this absolute, just ethereal moonlight. She was also tethered to this oak tree when she was seen by a tendril of said such. Sorry, I've had the worst allergies today.
Oh, bless you.
Said
Hi,
such
Mom.
moonlight. And when the two of them looked closely at it, it seemed to be like this tether was being fractured in some sort of way. Like black light that looked a lot like the infernal fire you saw kept trying to pop up and sever this tether before the moonlight washed it back over. She seemed to only really be focusing on the land. She did the widest circumference she could all around the house, came back to the oak tree, sat back down, was reabsorbed. And then with the dreams that Cass had, she was carried to the foot of this oak tree, where the entire thing burst into infernal flame. And she saw the face of the entity she had seen before looking absolutely terrified and pleading.
We gotta go get rid of this mushroom and whatever nonsense in the cave so that we protect this moonlight dryad ghost entity
And also
access
your
to
own
the group.
minds.
And our own minds, yes.
Nicola's gonna pipe up and she's gonna say, "You guys didn't like ask for a blessing or something?"
She was
People are
already
scared.
blessing the land.
Yeah, but you're not the land.
We also didn't know if she was like too friendly, so I just stayed still.
Yeah, I was just in awe.
Yeah. She was pretty cool.
All of the plants have grown multiple feet. Like
Sounds like somebody
massively
already won a
overgrown.
blessing from.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting. We can go kill the mushrooms.
Do we have shovels or anything pulled out to like? I'm assuming there's mushroom roots. No.
I
Probably.
think spores. Not necessarily
Right.
roots.
But when we were tripping, I felt like there was roots of some kind.
Oh, you're right. That was something. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
But I think maybe if we burn them first or like try to destroy them with acid or vinegar or whatever, I think that's probably the first line of defense. And then we can dig around and see if there are still roots there.
We can bring a shovel too. Or I can always just start swinging.
Or
But if you beat on the mushrooms, then the spores will go everywhere.
We've got protection. It's fine. We'll be all right.
We can happen to re-siege somewhere else.
No. You know those like glass bulb things with the long stem that you fill with water and then you stick in the ground and
Yeah.
like the water comes out gradually when the plant needs it. Can Cass look around and see if there's anything similar and they can just fill that up with like vinegar and stick those around where the mushrooms are as well?
Are you looking around, like seeing if it's laying on a garden table, or are you looking around as in opening drawers in the house?
Since she kind of knows that the house tends to give or not give things, she'll like open drawers and stuff and see if she can find any sort of like gardening stuff that could help them in killing these mushrooms.
Yeah, give me a charisma roll.
Right.
Yeah. You open up the first door you open up is essentially like Gardens Are Us.
Yay!
You find some trowels, you find gardening gloves, you do find some watering bulbs, you find some shears.
Excellent. Grabs all of it and suits up and she's ready to go. She'll turn to Callie and be like, there's a half pot of coffee if you want some.
Perfect. Callie's immediately gonna grab that pot of coffee.
All right, are you guys doing any other sort of preparation besides suiting up and marching down there, or?
Oh, what day is it now?
It is the 16th.
16th. Okay, thank you. Cool. Cass is ready to go.
Same.
Let's go.
Let's go kill some mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. you guys head down to the cave system. You guys have been down there enough that it's not too hard to find a shed in the middle of the woods. Sorry, Roll20 is being a pain for me again.
Oh,
Let me pull up the map.
hi, honey. A girl.
All right, is it the map for you all?
Yes.
No.
Yep, it is.
There we go.
All right, you guys come into the bottom chamber. Where the first, where, you guys remember how it was. And immediately you see that the mushrooms have spread. Wherever the ones you saw previously, I can't remember who came down here the second time. But the first time you guys came down here after Ian's confrontation, there were mushrooms built over wherever his blood had spilled. These mushrooms had sprouted. Those mushrooms have withered away. There's kind of like dried husks of the mushrooms fallen on the ground, and there is no trace of the blood any longer. And instead, those 3 pedestals that, or 4 pedestals that the portals had opened up on are now absolutely infested with mushrooms. You're not even 100% can everyone give me a nature roll?
No.
Nature.
Cass is doing great today.
Cass is doing great today.
Wow!
Whoa,
19.
that
I got a nat 20.
Fuck yeah!
nice.
It's a -1, so it's a 19, but still.
As I say, I don't even have to roll for Callie with that one. So this gives you guys a pause. Pretty much everyone a pause with these numbers, because you know that mushrooms have to feed off of something. They're very famous for needing something to feed off of. You are down here in a tightly packed dirt cavern with little organic material, and they seem to be growing directly off of stone.
It's bad.
But there are mushrooms, and you are prepared to kill mushrooms.
Give me a hot second. I need to look back at notes for a second. I'm gonna write you. Hold on, Coral.
Are you sending it in Discord or Facebook?
Yeah, Discord.
This scares the shit out of Wart.
Yeah.
Nicola's just like, ew.
Mushrooms.
She also hasn't had as many freaky dreams, though.
Which is wild that our paladin has failed their con save, but the the rogue hasn't.
Also need to look and see what I wrote.
And it's heavily on the evil rocks.
Yes, it was on the blood at first, the evil blood, and now it's on the evil rocks. But the evil blood went away, and so did the mushrooms.
I'm gonna start putting some vinegar on these.
Yeah.
All right, so as you guys all go to spray the vinegar, I am going to need a con save from everybody. Wart, you are at disadvantage.
Kitty cat.
Okay.
A
Or
con
you want to
save?
roll me a con save?
I am, yeah.
Oh no.
So you get a good one. Oh,
Well,
Wart did not.
Yeah, the oh no was not on my behalf.
I don't know why it rolled as me and not Callie. But yeah, okay. So you go to spray the vinegar, and all of a sudden, Callie and Wart, you guys feel really nauseous. Like it only lasts. Like you only got like that one clump, and it only lasts probably like 5 to 10 seconds. Like it's just a very brief, but very intense, like nauseating vertigo.
Awesome.
And they are visibly unwell for that 10 seconds too. Oh, yeah. Also, Cass, you also get just hit with a wave of nauseating
Nicholas, like-
vertigo.
Just all of you guys.
Nicola's like,
Nicola's like skill issue.
are we continuing our spraying pattern?
I'm down.
And Nicola will. Nicola feels
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
All right, you guys make your way through through the cavern. I won't make you roll for every time, but I'm gonna assume a few of you would have failed once or twice. The nausea does persist as you guys go through and start to spray down the mushrooms. You can see at first the area where you first started. You could see in real time the mushrooms start to shrivel slightly, so you do know it's working.
Cool.
You go through about, with all those pedestals, I would say you go through about half of your vinegar stores if you're doing it undiluted.
Oh. Cass, I think we'll pause like halfway through and be like, should we try to dilute this a little bit? How much left do they have?
They probably have, because they were pretty stocked up at first.
I just made another 2 gallons this
I was about
morning.
to say, you guys probably went down there with about 10 gallons, I would say.
Okay.
There was 2, that's 4, 5, 6, 8. So you guys are down to 4 gallons.
Okay.
How
How much-
mushrooms are?
Yeah, how much area have we covered?
With that, you have covered about this room has been hit once entirely.
Cool. Hold on. I apologize. What room are we in? The room with the portals or the
Yes,
room? Okay.
you guys
cool.
are in the room with the portals. This is the first time you've seen mushrooms in this room outside of the blood.
Okay.
So up, directly up is the room where you first encountered the mushrooms.
Mhm.
And then to the left from that is the room where you guys encountered rats.
Ew,
Right,
gross.
Nicola's got
If you-
blood.
If you were to move down, that would be the original entrance you guys came through. That was basically storage room, trash, like everything was just kind of dragged and thrown in there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is the room with the portals.
That had the portals, yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Um,
So we keep spraying. We're already here.
Yeah.
it might run out.
We can make 2 more gallons tomorrow and dilute it.
Okay.
Because also, if we dilute it, it might not be as effective.
Yeah.
You don't want to water the mushrooms.
And at least with like this room, mushrooms won't come back and grow in this area again.
We're probably gonna have to do this every day for like 3 days.
What if we just burn the room after we get rid of the mushrooms? Burn down the portals. I'm gonna look at Nicola when I say this.
I think once we get more of the mushrooms off of these portals, we can try to topple them, but I think if we crush it now, it'd be like when we killed that golem and he infected me with the spores. It'd be the same thing.
Yes, like the portals did die with Ian. It's kind of like the remnants of where they were, because when they came from the ground, they created sort of like a jagged upspire of rocks. And so it's more
Well-
like just a bunch of rocks where the portals were that are infested. I
Well, they're
know
obviously still evil rocks.
I know that
Gotta
Cass
cleanse them.
in particular knows that these rocks, at least last time they were down here, did hold residual bad magic juju.
Mhm.
They're evil rocks.
Nicola was like, don't mess with those.
Well,
wait,
the
I have-
mushrooms are obviously feeding off of some type of energy. And so if we can't find a way to cleanse the rocks of that energy, they'll probably just grow back.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
You absolutely can.
Sick.
Yeah, so all of those rocks light up with magic. All of the mushrooms light up with magic.
Evil shrooms.
And I think that is yeah, because his office isn't within. So yeah, the rocks light up and the mushrooms light up. And what was the answer to that question, Sarah, that I sent you?
Huh?
The question that I sent you in Discord before you started typing, did you leave it behind or is it on your person?
Oh. Dang it, it's probably on me, yeah.
And
But it's in a
no,
protective
I was about to say no, it's in its Faraday case. So yeah, that's all that lights up.
Yeah, it's in a protective thing. Yeah.
And you do notice that the stones and the mushrooms light up with different schools of magic.
Oh.
So all we really need is somebody that knows to spell magic.
The
Oh, kitty cat broke something.
I heard that one.
I had to go pee real quick. Burb.
This is fucked. This gets worse. I'm gonna have to move my dad out of here.
But I'll wait till everyone gets back. But for you, so you can start thinking, I'll say it again, but the stones are conjuration magic, which you would know is like creation, summoning, teleportation. And the mushrooms are actually abjuration magic, which is protection, defense, and negation.
The mushrooms are protecting this place.
Oh, Cora's gone too.
No, I'm just refilling my water. I've got my headset on.
Disappeared us. You don't even love us.
That's right. I'm glad you finally figured it out.
I knew it.
Like mother, like daughter.
Yikes.
Huh, so you don't even like me either?
I love you. I just hate your lifestyle.
Yeah, now you're gonna try to convince me to move back home?
While continuously misgendering and using your dead name, yes.
And getting mad when people use the preferred one. Don't forget that part.
Are those velvet curtains? That seems like a nightmare.
I love
Are
velvet.
they? I love velvet.
I can't imagine the dust that would collect
They
on
look-
Yeah, no,
velvet
the
curtains.
dust would be horrid.
They look kind of satiny. No, I guess they look too heavy to be satiny. I don't know.
So I don't understand if I don't know if the mushrooms are protecting this place or if they're eating it alive. I don't know if we should let the mushrooms eat all the power from this infernal bullshit or I don't understand. We can't find a book on it.
I think we should kill the mushrooms with the vinegar, and then we should cast a spell magic, and then we should use TNT and blow up the caverns. Going for a raised earth approach.
I love how quickly Nicola has swung from, no, we can't use fire, to blow up this motherfucker.
Well, she thought that it was attached to the house. Once she figured out it was not. That's
It's
fair.
not attached to the house, and it's stone. Like, I feel like we cleanse the shit in fire. Bada bing, bada boom.
I was say there is, I don't know who heard the first bit that I told Anthony, so he could think about it, but I'm gonna wait for Sarah to come back. But there is a reason why Wart is now like, oh, maybe we don't kill the mushrooms.
Wait, we're not killing the mushrooms now either?
I don't understand. None of this makes sense. We keep going in circles and none of it is working. So
Why don't we
I
just
think we
save
should tell
some
my dad
of
to
the
leave
mushrooms?
and fuck this town.
Okay,
This is
no.
dumb.
Here's my thing. The mushrooms could be genuinely eating and absorbing the bad energy, right? Like filtration process. People filter with natural stuff all the time. However, they're spreading.
That's what
So
mushrooms
just
do.
save some of them as a backup bacteria, and then if it all goes to shit, we can just re-release the mushrooms.
You do
But you know
have,
some of the spores in bags.
I was about to say, you do have bags of the spores.
So, like, we can factory reset, see if it works.
Does anybody know Dispel Magic?
I think
No.
I can't check.
I bet we could find a wand of Dispel Magic in the wizard's house. That feels like the kind of safeguard he would need to have around.
it's just one on every single wall, like a fire extinguisher.
Oh?
I was about to say,
A smoke alarm?
Levi, you do have Dispel Magic.
That's nice.
I'm sorry. I had to clean up a broken glass.
Oh,
Brilliant.
God.
It is a. I think you do. Yeah, you would have to use a third level spell slot for it. Do you have any third level spell slots? I ask as if you could see your own character sheet. No, you don't have any third level spell slots yet. You will! At the end of this arc, you can use the spell magic.
Oh
Awesome.
no! What are we doing? Are we still going around and spraying vinegar?
So
Oh,
Wart
yeah.
used detect magic, which
Yeah.
detected the fact that both the mushrooms and the rocks were magical, but they were from two separate schools of magic. And the mushrooms were abjuration magic, which is protection and cleansing. So it has given the party a pause onto whether or not they want to kill the mushrooms. The current things that stand are, let's see how this goes, and just let the mushrooms do their thing. Or there is Callie's idea, which is let's take the mushroom spores as a failsafe just in case we're wrong and burn earth this motherfucker.
Here's the thing, though.
Hey, Cat, I swear to God.
Oh, no.
I say we go to Angela. We sacrifice her to this place, and
Oh.
if she knows more about mushrooms, I'm just gonna start swinging on a pillar out of frustration.
I mean, if it's protecting, so the concern is that it's protecting, and so we think it might be protecting against the portals, correct?
I think it
Yes.
might be
Or just
eating the remaining
Filter
energy,
in the.
or it could be making it worse.
Yeah, my thought is, what if it's protecting the portals, as in it's trying to like keep them around, and we don't want that.
Mushrooms never really care for their hosts.
No, that's fair, but
Normal mushrooms.
haven't we been having weird dreams about mushrooms being evil and stuff?
Just roots, not mushrooms.
Okay.
Is nature
Moonlight.
inherently evil, or are we just freaked out?
We're just freaked out.
With the Moonlight Dryad lady, it was like those black shadowy cracks that are kind of like I would associate that with the bad magic versus the mushrooms, right?
Yes.
So not the mushrooms that's like possibly going to destroy her and us. Bad crackly portal magic that's trying to destroy her. But I don't know what the mushroom what side the mushrooms are on.
Can everybody make a straight wisdom roll for me, please? Wart? Yep.
How rude.
Wart has advantage on this one as
No, I have
a
like
native.
disadvantage. Just a check or a saving throw.
Just a check.
Oh, 18.
Sorry, your sheet is being terrible.
I'm aware.
Oh, nice.
Ow.
Woo!
Callie, and Wart. At the exact same time almost, you guys remember.
Wait, did okay, yeah, sorry. I didn't see Cass's roll and I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's for every roll that I do.
Callie and Wart, you guys remember almost simultaneously in the rat room the fact that there were giant roots starting to burst through the walls of this room. And that when you had looked a little bit closer, you could see that the mushrooms had grafted themselves into the roots of this tree. And
Okay, evil mushrooms.
I'm I'm gonna roll you a nature check real quick, Callie. Yeah, so with a 15, Callie, you would also remember the fact that mushrooms frequently create symbiotic relationships with their host. And you remember particularly stories of like entire forests becoming monoorganisms because their roots are connected by a separate what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty much the mushrooms and the fungus create a secondary network that connects all these trees together, and they start communicating and sharing nutrients and have a better survival rate. So you do remember that. It is not necessarily a bad thing to have mushrooms in your root system, and there is a lot of benefits that mushrooms bring to enhanced communication between species.
Yeah, I don't want the trees to talk to each other. No evil trees. Callie's just gonna look around and be like, guys, I'm pretty sure it's cursed. Maybe not.
You don't
But
sound pretty sure. I think we should stick to our original plan and kill the mushrooms, and then if something goes wrong in the long term, there's a wizard that lives here and he can handle it.
Okay, but there's this root system that we would also need to take care of because the mushrooms are in the roots in the wall.
I'll be honest, I could give a damn less about the mushrooms now if it's only the roots affecting us. We could
Right.
just seal this place off, seal this room off, let the mushrooms eat for a feast.
But the mushrooms will just take over the tunnels of the roots. They're not going to completely kill the roots. They'll eventually leave the cave, maybe.
Do we know what the roots are attached to?
Evil.
They
So we're
seem
sure
like
that they're not attached to that like oak tree.
they seem like they are. The
We
oak
haven't-
tree is farther away. Like it would have to be a fairly massive root system for the oak tree to reach where you are. And it does seem like it is based on the thickness that it is a well-established tree that is perfectly healthy. It's doing just fine.
Okay. So we torch the roots.
We haven't
instead.
found like the mother yet.
We can probably save the tree if we get rid of these lower roots. But we gotta get rid of the infected parts. I bet the wizard has some alcohol. We can make some
Molotov cocktails?
soda things and throw them in, and then find a way to seal it up and just let everything burn.
seal it up such that air can still get in so that then it can still burn. But yeah. I'm fine with that if you guys are fine with that.
I think you're muted, Sarah. I can see your mouth moving, but I can't hear you.
Sarah's holding up a finger. Maybe there's too much
1
noise.
second. I'm assuming that's what that finger means. It could also
Oh.
mean, oh, damn.
It means 1 second.
When we're leaving it on fire.
So either we know nothing about these mushrooms, the roots are bad. If we kill this tree, we're gonna kill the Moonlight Princess. If there's nothing to do, I said we let this town burn, and I move my dad somewhere else.
No. Gabby likes the little children too much.
I mean, Coral said that the roots of this are not the same as the roots of the oak tree. So if we burn these roots, it won't affect the oak tree. And the oak tree wants us to get rid of whatever the heck is going on. So I think the Moonlight Princess is going to be fine.
Can I swing on the roots? Can I see if they bleed?
Their roots, I'm not going to make you roll an attack for swinging at roots. You swing, and it cleaves those roots pretty much in two. And you look, and looks like a normal healthy tree minus that slight tendril of what looks like mushroom flesh in them. It is water that comes out. The tree looks healthy. There doesn't seem to be any sign of corruption in the root that you would normally see or that you've come to recognize as that like oil slick black fire. That was, it was in the rats, it was in Ian, it was in the portals. That doesn't seem to be anywhere in this root system, and your detect magic is probably still up at this point. There is nothing magical about these roots outside of the very faint pickup that you get from the fungus in there. And you could tell that it's not even as strong as the mushrooms that are cleaning up the other polluted magic. It feels more like a dormant, like, those are white blood cells, and this is just, the pancreas chilling out, waiting to see if it needs to make anything.
Oh, Sarah. Sarah says, I don't know if it's the internet here that's crashing or not, but things are having trouble loading now. They got bumped off of Roll20 as well.
Oh no. Oh,
Sarah? Sarah?
maybe.
Ah,
No. Guys, my job is so hard.
Nanny?
These kids want me to summon the. Yeah, these kids want me to.
Okay. All right. I'm trying on my phone. I think the connection is having a rough time. I'm trying to get back on Roll20. We'll see if it.
Okay, I'll just roll for everybody.
Everyone, you have all the power. Cass does want to talk to her guy though. Or try to at least.
That does require
She'll turn to the other.
a ritual. So are you going to do it down here right now while they're arguing, or are you?
She'll turn to the others. And she'll be like, "Hold on, I might be able to get some sort of direction on what to do. I just how long does the ritual take?"
Like 15 minutes, I think it is.
Okay.
You don't want to use.
She'll say, I just need like 15 minutes. If you guys want to argue, maybe just do it a little bit quieter. I'll be right there.
Ward's got nothing. This is
Guess we're
too
just gonna
big
wait.
for his little brain.
All right, so you step back into the other room, or are you doing it in front of everybody?
Does she know if her patron has a particular
Oh, nope, he doesn't give a fuck. It's just
preference?
yeah.
All right, she doesn't give a fuck either. So she's just gonna plop down and she's just gonna do it right here.
So yeah, you sit your happy ass right on down. You summon your own scythe and set it across your lap, and then you perform the ritual, which I think this is the first time that you've actually had to do so without him appearing to you, especially in front of your teammates. So you sit down, cross-legged on the floor with your scythe across.
Did she do it last time she went into the cave and asked about the portals?
Yes.
Or
yes.
Okay.
Now that you do remember me. And you run your fingertip along the blade edge of your scythe and leave just the thinnest trail of your blood down it. And after 15 minutes of reaching out into the abyss, you feel the very familiar sensation of tearing in your chest and a blinding pain behind your eyes. And you feel and hear for a brief second the echo of long past gone explosions. And you feel the presence of your patron come up behind you. And you feel his breath as he leans over into your ear and just goes, "Yes."
Hi. So remember the portals I was telling you about last time?
Yes.
there are mushrooms as well, right? Mushrooms are some sort of protective thing. Portals are bad. We're trying to destroy the mushrooms, but we don't want to like completely upset the whole balance of nature and realms and powers and magic. There's a lot of magic that's happening here, and we're all, you know, we don't know what to do. Should we what are we gonna completely destroy the world by destroying these mushrooms? Are the mushrooms trying to keep the portals at bay?
There's a deep throaty laugh, and he's like, the actions of one group of humans is never going to destroy the world, but and you feel his presence lift from you for a second. Even in your meditative state, your connection to him, you could feel him move through the room as a specter, visible only to you if you were to dare look at him. And he comes back and stands in front of you and goes, the mushrooms can go, or they could stay. It won't make any difference. It's a futile attempt. Something still. He pauses for a second, and you hear him laugh again. And he goes, there's still echoes that have moved on to try again. Your concern is not here. Do what you wish with this cavern.
Well, shit. All right.
And you get, because this is such a two-way connection, in your brain, in your mind's eye, you start to see a flicker of a very different set of caverns that are glowing
Oh.
with this infernal light.
Oh.
And he closes that as soon as he realizes that it has branched off. He closes that part and shuts you out. I'm going to need... Sorry, my brain was not prepared for this.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just still getting used to all the avenues you guys have to explore. So essentially, out of roleplay, that'll be an easier way for my brain to process.
Yeah.
You feel he really does have utter indifference to this cavern at this point. It doesn't serve him either way if you destroy the mushrooms or keep the mushrooms. And he is a very self-serving patron. But you do get, in that brief couple instances before he shuts you off, you do get the feeling that what is happening in this cave system is because of whatever was controlling Ian is still out there.
Okay.
That this cave system is a meager attempt at balance being restored, but whatever is causing the imbalance is still out there. This is a symptom, not a root cause.
Okay. So this cave was kind of, I guess, like a failed trial. Or, well, Ian's dead, so...
It was Ian's attempt, or it was the entity's attempt through Ian. But the entity is still trying to get what it wants. One human vessel is not, oh no, my toy broke. That doesn't mean you stop
Yeah.
playing.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Um,
But the
and
portals are so bad.
and while connected, um,
We need to go fight some monsters and level up so that we can do dispel magic on this place.
um, yeah. So sorry.
No, you're good. Okay. Um. Okay. So this, like, us doing whatever with this cave isn't going to, like, really do much in, like,
It's
the
a band-aid on a problem. Like it will help.
yeah.
Mm.
Moon goddess, no? Moon princess, baby girl.
Because the evil powers, I think, are trying to get to her, but with the mushrooms, I don't know if the mushrooms are connected with.
Saving spores.
Huh?
That's why we're saving spores. So if they're not helpful, then we can just try again. Put them back
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. Okay.
And while your mind is connected to him, you catch an errant thought. And it's not coherent. It is just his concept of amusement and curiosity if you were to spoil yourself again.
Oh boy.
Should you decide to investigate that.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay, she's gonna take that thought, and even though he didn't say, like, anything about it, she's gonna be like, huh, okay. Yeah. I guess I could find out what these mushrooms want if I could connect to them again. And she's gonna take off her protective stuff.
Can I ask before Cass sticks her entire face into a mushroom? What has this looked like to everyone else? Cass
Yeah.
sat looking on the floor, pulled out her scythe out of
Yeah, so
nowhere.
you see the scythe appear out of midair. You see her blood offering on its edge. And then you see a cold darkness, like a cold fog, roll up around her and completely envelop her, blocking her from direct sight. You can still see her shadow in there. She still looks
Ooh.
fine. You can see her mouth moving as if she is communicating with someone or something, but that is it. You cannot see her patron, and you cannot see any effects that he would have on the terrain.
Cass is just talking to herself, being crazy.
Yeah, essentially, in a cloud of dense fog.
Nice.
And so then you go and stick your whole head in a mushroom?
Uh, yeah. I think she's gonna take off, like, her mask, and she's gonna say, hey, look out for me for a second. I've got a crazy theory to the others. And then she's gonna go.
All right. I am going to ask you to Can you get into roll? You are in roll 20. Can
Yeah.
you make a wisdom roll for me? Not a save, just a roll.
Okay.
You do have
Oh.
inspiration.
Okay. I think this is a good time to use it.
I would agree with that. Yes.
So I'm gonna use that, and I'll do that again. I'll roll as her this time.
Oh, thank
That's
God.
so much better.
Okay, so knowing what you were getting yourself into, you sink down very deliberately and inhale these spores. And instead, now that you know what to expect, you are not immediately seized and transported. You feel an instant connection snap in place, and you feel every occurrence of the mushrooms around you, and you kind of feel them out, and you feel that they are eating, they are actively consuming. You reach out beyond you, and you feel the rat corpses in the other room are filled with these mushrooms. The
Ooh.
blood spilt in that room as well is being cleaned up, and you probe a little bit farther, and you realize that every single tree in this forest surrounding you is connected to these mushrooms.
Oh.
And you probe out further, and you feel the animals. You start to sense mammalian consciousness somehow also consumed or incorporated into this hive mind. And you realize as a deer reaches down to eat and pulls the mushroom grass from the ground, and it begins to break down and become a part of its body, you feel that connection grow a little bit stronger. You see a bird swoop out of the sky and eat an insect that has been eating the dirt that the mushrooms have grown in, and you feel that connection a little bit stronger. Your mind reaches even farther, and you reach the townspeople who are eating and consuming these goods and these creatures that have lived and flourished off of this land. And you feel their connection into the symbiote and the way that it is a cycle that constantly feeds itself and nourishes the organism as a whole. And as your mind gets wider and wider and wider, you hit the screaming sense of wrong that you felt before that was once leading you to these caverns. You feel it again deep underground, just the sense of something eating away, trying to break in to this perfect symbiotic organism that the world has created. You feel it being attacked constantly in these small chips, and it redivert energy to rebuild that shield, and it's being knocked back again. And you could feel how slowly these attacks are just draining the vitality of everyone and everything connected to everything.
Oi.
And as you begin to lose the high from the mushrooms and lose your connection, your vision starts to tunnel back in, and you notice you guys have been here a couple months. You feel a slight connection to the minds of each and one of your party members. Especially, you feel the terror and desperation of Wart, who has grown up the last several years here, eating the food, drinking the water, becoming more and more ingrained in this organism. And you feel his absolute desperation and drive to protect everything here. And then you come back into yourself with a bit more understanding of what's going on.
Wow. Oh my. Okay. Um. Yeah. Uh. What are you doing, buddy? Okay, he's fine. Um. Cass will kind of come to and see everyone else and be like, it's everywhere. It's connected to everything. It's spreading everywhere. It's this is not this cave is not even the big problem. It's like further underground, and it's affecting the town. It's affecting all the trees and the animals. Everything is connected to these mushrooms.
What's it?
The mushrooms. The mushrooms are all
The mushrooms, as you were in here, they felt not like a catalyst, but more just like a part of the symbiote. They didn't feel like they were causing this as much as it felt like they were just the vehicle for this.
mm.
Let me
So there's like a bad energy that's tapping into the system that already exists, and the system that already exists is not bad. It's the thing that's
Yeah.
trying to get in. that's bad.
Yeah, the system seemed very generational. You watched generations pass, both human and plant. Like this feels like a very old magic, a very old system, just a biome that was created based on necessity or happenstance. And the threat is external to this. Especially as you process everything and you begin to realize that you guys, by nature of living here and being spored and being involved, have started to be pulled into this hive mind symbiotic biome environment. And you remember that everyone in town is having bad dreams.
Ah,
Everyone in town has been lethargic and exhausted as energy is being diverted. And you realize that this is an attack on everything this town knows and is built on. And it starts to make a little bit sense why there is such a thriving community and magic wells and a library, and why so many people are drawn to what should be a town in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. You've got great wizards, you've got great dryads, you've got massive libraries and researchers. There is something here that is pulling people, a very old and very powerful magic.
boy. I think Cass is gonna say we should probably talk more with Angela about all of this too.
Good. I want to talk to her anyway.
Marcus better get back quickly. We need to talk to him too about this whole thing.
And as you are all waiting around, Wart, you feel a ping in your head, and it is Dream sending you a message spell, or a sending. And he says, got approval to use teleportation circles. Will be leaving at first dawn. Expected travel time 1.5 days. And you know that part of their organization does have teleportation circles set up around the country for quick travel. And this means instead of the 2 weeks it was expected for him to go, that he has been fast-tracked. And both Dream
Okay.
and Twilight should be here by evening fall the next day.
Please hurry. Getting worried.
Yep.
We need all the help we can get. Boy, oh boy. Okay. So the mushrooms are like not really like the cause of this. It's not gonna. They are causing. They are. Yeah, they're the vehicle for the hive mind and magic and all that stuff. Okay. Okay. Dang it! Even if we seal off the cave, it's still gonna like spread. It already has spread.
We need to find the evil whatever.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys go talk to Angela, and I'll go back and watch the house to make sure nobody tries to break in.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Yep.
And be nice to the goose if you see one. It might be has been.
Just don't kill any geese or any has-beens. If you catch him though, questioning might be nice.
He's just a horny teenage boy.
But he's snooping around. Yeah, figure out what he wants. Cass is good to go freshen up and talk to Angela.
Okie. Sounds good to Callie, I guess.
Nicola's down. Let's go.
All right, you guys go into town, and there is not much
And
going
I'm going
on.
back to the house.
What are you doing, Wart?
At the house?
Oh, I thought you said I'm not going back to the house.
No, I'm going back to the house, but they go to the town.
And I was like, ooh, excitement.
3?
Sneaky.
So yeah, you guys head into town. Angela's where Angela belongs. And she sees you guys walk into the shop, and a very tired smile graces her face, and she's like, my favorite troublemakers. What have you done this time?
We have gotten you more information. She's just gonna relay. My lungs are tired. I apologize. She's just gonna relay like the whole
Everything?
of just the hive mind, the powers, the mushrooms, everything spreading, and everyone getting sick and getting zapped of energy, and all that stuff, and the dreams and all that.
Her eyes light up. And she starts muttering to herself under her breath, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I told that man 1,000 times. And she just starts throwing shit in a bag.
That man? Wait, Marcus? Or someone else?
She's talking to
Cass
herself.
will say.
You pull Angela from her frantic mutterings, and she looks at you, and she was like, Marcus latest, but I've always known, ever since I was dragged to this godforsaken place, I knew that there was something. And she's still not 100% paying attention to you. And she's like closing the shutters behind her. like pretty much closing down shop in a whirlwind, throwing stuff in her bag. I always, the plants here were never right. They were always growing. They were never the correct season. Everything was always just too vital. It had too much power and too much strength. Everything was always too good. The magic here was too strong.
Holly's
The plants grew
grab
too
her shoulders.
quickly.
Good.
She looks over at you like, what? What? Come on, let's go. What's your issue?
Hey,
Hi.
yes, you were right. You are a woman. You are always right. However, there is people here still. So if you leave, you are leaving them. And we don't know what the fuck is going on, ma'am.
She laughs at you. Laughs at you. And she was like, oh, my sweet girl, I'm not leaving town. I'm going to see these mushrooms.
Oh, okay, let's go.
This is my dream. This has been years of research. Ever since that I rediscovered that shrine in the woods, I knew that it meant something more. You cannot have a thin veil and have the only effects be the ghost of loved ones.
Oh,
And she is out the door and down the road to Marcus's house before you even have a response.
Nicola will jog after her, and Nicola will say, "But you're like coming back to the town, right? Because that's like where you live, right?
Obviously.
Will you do me a favor? I'll pay you if you don't want to do me a favor."
I've got very little interest in money, but you did just provide me with a great intellectual pursuit, so I will consider it.
Will you just let me know if and when Eva leaves town? She's staying at the Pony, the Fancy Inn.
Pink Pony Club.
Eva. Oh yes, the ambassador, absolutely. Any particular reason you want to share with the class?
She's an ambassador?
No. One of many. I believe she represents Eaton's.
Yeah, I know.
I believe she represents Eaton's agricultural interests, so not a very important one, but
I just like to know when she leaves.
yeah. I'm not one to meddle in a woman's secrets. If I notice, I'll let you know.
Favor. That's why I'm offering to pay you.
You'll owe me a favor. How about that?
That's fine.
Beautiful. Now, anyway, if there are not any more delays.
Nicola was walking and talking.
And as soon as she stops, Angela starts speed walking, essentially.
Okay.
Cass is gonna
Mort,
bump Mort's gonna get angry.
Mort, as you make your way back to the house, you notice you notice a set of large footprints on the path,
Oh,
headed only to the house, but not away from it.
he's a goose.
Am I at the house or just seeing the prints?
This is you seeing them on the road to the house.
Can I start picking up pace?
Yep. Are you trying to stealthily approach the house, or are you just trying to book it?
Honestly, I'm trying to book it.
Yeah. All right. So you run up to the front of the house and you see the footprints do kind of veer off towards the back pond. Doesn't look like anyone had come up to the house at this point, at least from the footprints you can see. And as you look towards the pond, you see a very large figure crouched over the edge.
Can I try to
Baby.
sneak up?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Okay, shit.
If you haven't used your
I know.
inspiration,
Can I use my inspiration on that?
Yes. And also, are you wearing your armor?
No, I would have taken it off because
So yeah, you could roll with.
P.
Yeah.
Let me just roll again.
Yeah.
What? Stealth. Just
Okay, yeah, he's preoccupied. He's not paying that much attention. And you're very small, so it's very easy for you to kind of like weave in between the reeves and the shallows. And you can get right up on him. And he is leaned over talking to a goose. You can hear him vaguely under his breath, being like, I'm trying my hardest. I didn't know how this was gonna go. I thought that it would be way easier. Just have some patience. I'll be back as soon as I can, but I'm trying. I want this too, just as much as you do. And he
I'm gonna
pushes-
wait until he turns around and sees me. I'm not gonna say shit.
He stands up and like furtively looks from side to side, but not behind him where you are. And he straightens himself up and wipes off his hands and turns to walk towards the house. And he sees you standing there, your hands on your hips, just like
hiding in wrathful.
And he immediately is like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing? It's Wart, right? Wart?
How are you doing?
Oh, doing good. Just like to come down to the pond and think sometimes. The wizard didn't seem like he minded, so I figured it was okay. Thinking
Didn't
about the
mind
good
when you
old
were,
days.
Yeah, didn't mind when you were a goose. It's kind of awkward now.
Well, no, I figured he turned me into a goose. He owes me a little bit.
What's with your little friend?
Oh, that over there is Gerard. We were friendly when I was a swan, and I just like to come by and say hi sometimes.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah. The gooses put his head up to the word Gerard like it was a name, and does seem that he was visiting a goose friend, and he also is absolutely lying. His eyes keep darting back to the house, and he has yet to properly show you the front of his jacket. He is kind of, when he saw you, he kind of like pulled it closed and has his arm crossed over the front of it.
Can I just ask, like, make my tone get deeper and more hissy, more snake-like, and ask him what he's hiding, but intimidation check?
Yeah, roll intimidation.
No, how do you have a +5?
A tiny little kobold without his armor on is not super intimidating to a giant half orc, but he still looks incredibly nervous. And he takes a step back, and you hear a faint jingling sound. And he's like, "Oh, nothing, just have my lunch in here. It's a little too big for my pocket." And he pulls out a sandwich that he's got in his inner pocket. Give me just a second. I didn't bring my dice out. And
Jingling sandwich.
and you do see a flash of what looks like a key ring, but there are no keys on it. There are only little bits of metal.
Thieves' tools.
You only get a moment's look before he hastily closes it back up.
I'm gonna have to ask you to stay here and wait for my friends.
Oh, I wouldn't want to be a bother. I'll just
No,
dip.
you're going to stay here.
Just wait till my mom's come back.
Yeah, you're gonna stay here, and Wart will pull out a sword.
Oh shit!
Oh!
You unsheath your sword, which I assume you have on you armorless or not, and suddenly a kobold, very easily wielding a sword as big as him, is slightly more intimidating than before. And Hasbin looks around really, really panicked. And where did my dice go? Suddenly, you hear a honking coming from the lake. And Gerard has come up charging, his wings out, right for your face. Does a 16 hit?
No.
He comes
Oh my
running
gosh.
right at you, wings out, geese bill hissing. And he pretty much just bounces off the front of your armor and falls really sad and really confused at Hasbin's feet. And Hasbin just kind of takes this as his final defeat, and he sits down on the ground and gives Gerard a little bit of the bread from his sandwich and just starts eating. You can see tears starting to form in the corner of his eyes as he tries to blink them away.
Oh my gosh.
It's a disaster.
What do you
Poor
want
baby.
with this duck, dude?
He just, do you say that in character?
Yes.
He just starts sobbing. Like,
Oh my gosh. Oh, honey.
I didn't know how to bring it up or how to ask, but being a swan was so easy.
Oh!
Nobody yelled at me, and I could just go to bed when I was tired, and the food was just swimming in the ground. And I didn't have a job, and I didn't have work, and there was nothing to do, and I was telling Gerard stories about being a person, and he wanted to try bread and treacle tarts and and kissing people, and I just want to be a swan. And so I just thought if I could turn him into me and me into him, we would both be really happy and nobody would miss us.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, we can totally make that work.
No ethical dilemma here, no questions at all. Just, yeah, bud.
I'd love to turn you into a goose.
Dude,
His
Oh,
eyes get
man.
so bright. He's like, really?
yeah, dude. It's a big 2026. We That's okay.
His ears start to dry up a little bit, and he's sniffling, and he's like, "You promise you're not just trying to trick me to bring me back to work?" And
No, that dude sucks. I hate your boss.
he starts weeping again. He's like, "He's sucks so bad when he's the only one who will give me a job.
I can get you a job at the chicken farm.
the wizard apprentice position just opened up.
My dad's a sorcerer, and he can help you learn spells, and you can do this whenever you want, dude.
If you learn enough magic, you can just fuck off and be a goose anytime you want it.
Yeah.
What do I have to do?
Stop trying to break into the house.
I'm really sorry about that. I know he's got lots of magic in there, and I figured if it was this easy for him to turn me into a swan one time, it would be really easy to just turn me back, and I could just find. And you can see him trail off, like he realizes that his plan was kind of shit. And he was like, okay.
Go to my dad's house and tell him I sent you. He needs a lot of help because I'm not there anymore.
But what about Gerard? He hates living in a pond.
Take him with you.
Are you sure he
It's a
won't
chicken
mind?
farm where they kill birds all the time.
Right.
And just keep them away from me.
Is she that bitch who always comes into the store and yells about me about the way my ice cream tastes?
Yeah. That
I
sounds
don't
like me.
like her very much either.
She is kind of like you. She's a little confused and just needs some understanding.
I think she just needs to be nicer.
Yes.
Don't we all? Take the goose. Tell Lorenzo that Wart sent him here for a job, and Gerard can help out on the farm too. It'll be okay. I can come check on you guys every other day, and I'll even tell your boss you want to quit.
He looks like he doesn't quite trust you, but he is just glad that he's being allowed to leave and that the sword is no longer pointed at him. And so he looks over at Gerard and like nods his head, and Gerard flaps up and lands directly on top of his hat, and they start walking down the road, just two bros, hoping not to have to eat pond food anymore.
I scream, wait!
He pauses and looks back.
Harvest the garden! It's all yours!
You see him reach down and throw up Gerard a very ripe tomato, who starts just bites into it, and it goes down his front, and he's once again a tomato-laden goose.
Perfect. Now can I go inside the house?
Absolutely.
I have more devious plans.
All right, you are inside the house. What are your devious plans?
I'd like to go to the wizard store.
You are at the wizard's door.
His laboratory bedroom door.
You are at this super mega fucking locked door.
I'm gonna ask the house if it can please help us save the town and in turn this house. And I'm gonna put my hand on the knob and then I'm gonna twist. I know, charisma.
Wow!
Nice. Oh my gosh.
The door swings open.
Oh,
Instantly detect magic again.
Everything in this room is fucking magic. Oh my god. Also, is this the first time you've used Detect Magic inside this house?
Yes.
The entire fucking house lights up, obviously.
Did I just flashbang myself?
Essentially. Like, it is sensory overload. Like, every single school of magic is here. Everything is magical. The house itself is just radiating magic.
Do I see any of the School of Magic that is the Black Flames, the evil shit?
Mm.
Sorry, one more second. Let me look up. So you do
I was reading what it is.
see a few items, but the type of magic that the portals lit up with was conjuration magic. So it would make sense that there would be a few things that were also conjuration magic. But the portals themselves were lit with an infernal fire. And all the magic that came from that was tinted with said such fire. And that is not, that corruption of that magic is not visible in his room.
I walk out and I shut the door.
You hear it lock.
Oh.
They're trying Discord on the laptop.
Okay.
I just wanted to see if the wizard had any infernal flames in his.
The wizard was also evil this whole time.
I was hoping that maybe I could. This is out of character. If there was, this house might have been on fire when the rest of the group got to it.
Just that meme of that little girl standing outside her burning down house. Just
Exactly. Yep. Once I didn't see any infernal flames, I will. I'll say thank you, and I'll walk out and I'll shut the door.
It locks behind you, and in that moment, you see Angela hurrying down the path with the rest of the party, trying very hard to keep up with her. And I do think, because Levi's got to dash off, that is where we are going to end today's session.
Oh,
Enjoy the pool, Levi.
Yeah, I know. Working so hard. My
Makes
life
you
is
just
really
wanna
tough.
be a goose.
Honestly, though, I do want to be a goose.
yeah, that was so real of him. Being like, hey, being a swan was really nice. I'm like, yeah.
I can imagine.
The
Especially at 16.
responsibilities.
Being a
Yeah.
swan at 16 is like
Real nice. Oh my land. I love how you were like, hey, what